Awesome. Well, good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday. Thanks for falling out of bed with us here. Little joke there. Um, I sure, could go straight back, not gonna lie, could slide right back into bed. But so we're gonna start off first off, we just want to welcome you. Our goal is to have selected times over the next few weeks. We'll be announcing like selected times for onboarding calls where you can always have team members just come in to plug in, get fast started, get launched right away. We'll have more resources on like a checklist and things like that. But is first thing first, has everybody here filled out the form for the welcome message, the welcome form from the boards that maybe your sponsor or you got to fill out?
Yes, I have.
Okay, great. I'm going to share my screen for you guys just to make sure everyone's on the same page because this will be just one thing that you'll feel like you're always talking about it. Because in order for people to have access to our like team alerts and onboarding system and our social media stuff, they'll want to be in here. So in the boards under this start here, this is the text that you can send, copy and paste to everyone who comes on board. Um, the first thing that they need to do is fill out this form right here. So literally do it with them if you're enrolling right with them, or like send it to them and say, hey, text me right back right when you fill out. Do step number 1 and 2. They're super important. Okay. So good job. The next thing is getting into school. So if has everybody here gotten into the school bit requested? Okay, Helen, have you requested or are you just waiting on approval?
Um, uh, I'm not even sure I filled out that paper.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Let's drop this here. All good. So I'm going to drop, oops.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's all good. And you can do it right now. It's not, you know, but this, guys, as Megan's saying, this, when you do sign up your first team member, you'll send them this immediately, right? So that we can get them in the system. Um, and then you'll want to get a picture of them to Tracy so we can do a welcome graphic. You guys with me? Now, Sharon, when you sign up someone, you'll get a picture of them to me.
Okay.
Okay, so just to your immediate upline.
Um,
Wait, hold on. What's that? So you want them to have their sponsor do the welcome? Not, we're not going to each do our own welcomes graphics.
I am Sharon's sponsor, yeah.
No,
You
no,
are
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So it wouldn't be Sharon?
what now? Oh
Like
no,
if
well,
Sharon
yeah,
joining. Oh, you're saying the new
yes,
person asked them
yeah,
to send a
yeah,
photo. I'm
yeah.
sorry. Okay. I was like, hang on, I thought you meant if Sharon enrolled someone that you wanted Sharon to send that person's photo. Okay. I haven't, it's early.
Okay, it's all right.
Okay. Thank you guys. Sorry. We're trekking. I'm trekking. Okay.
is this going to be a board, you guys?
It
Yes.
I
The,
mean,
you already have this, Sharon. You've already
oh,
completed
yeah,
it. Yeah.
now, yes.
right.
Is anybody here not in this boards? Okay. So we do release this. You can share it with people right away after they fill out that form if you'd like. We also are going to release it into like an email and it'll go into a further welcome text. But we're working on like cleaning it up, simplify. I mean, it's pretty simple, step 1, 2, 3, 4, but we're adding information in and we'll be organizing it as we go. Um, but yeah, okay. So the school, so in the school, so Helen, you got into there. The next thing is you'll want to put in a request for the high flyer school onboarding. Now, it might take a few hours to get approved. Once you get approved, you're going to spend most of your time in this classroom. You want to get through modules 1 through 3 in your first 24 hours. And then after this,
Mhm.
this is some other stuff that is great to go through at your own pace. But this sort of answers everything you need to know in this quick moment on things. Then also the social media launch guide is really helpful with social media launching. At the end of today, we'll give you guys like a quick post to kind of get up and running. And also, we'll want to start scheduling some StreamYard lives if you want to do a launch. I also had the idea of, Joan, can they still do if you pay for a certain account up to 8 people on a StreamYard?
Um,
You know what I'm talking about or no?
yeah, I don't know because they've
Okay.
changed it. We have to
Oh
check.
yeah,
But
but then it wouldn't go to their profile. Never mind. So like, um, Tracy, we'll have Jen probably, when you're ready, do one with you, and then, you can start to do some and with other people, and then so on and so forth.
Do what, Megan?
Like a like a
yep,
StreamYard live launch,
Oh, okay.
a Facebook Live. Um, and you guys, if once you get welcomed, you want to go ahead and actually make a story of yourself in the boards, or you can ask your sponsor to, whether they're depending if they're front facing or not yet. Um, but there's some in social media. We have all this cool, or hang on, where is it? Social media posts. We put these travel story videos, which are kind of cool because you can like load it into your story and then you can put like a photo over it. So you can put your welcome photo over it to kind of create a lot of curiosity um, of what's going on. You can do that with recognition posts as well. We'll probably, it's on the list next week. We're going to do a big one of like everyone who's coming and have Jen kind of tag everybody so you can share that to your story as well to share excitement. Um, but yeah.
Mhm.
and
Um,
again, if there's some people here that are not, you know, at this moment able to go live or something, then that's different, right? But if you're somebody that wants to really get exposure and get out there, then we want to help you with that. Does that make sense? Everybody, does it make sense? Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
I don't want to be tagged on that yet.
yeah.
right. We know
Yeah,
you're not
yeah,
quite there
okay.
yet. Yep.
Mhm.
But that means like Cheryl, for example, we can do one with Jen or Megan and I for you. You know what I mean? I just want to make sure you guys know that we're willing to do that with you as well.
Well, Jen, we're not.
Well, I'm
Or what? Okay.
again, I'm just saying like us as a leadership team, like we're
Oh,
willing to do that with them.
yeah.
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 All right.
Uh, I'm so tired. You guys, you'll have to excuse me. Jeez. Okay. So, so the first goal over the next 7 days is to go silver. Okay. When you go silver, what that means is that either you are sharing it with 3 members or you're sharing it with two and helping them get one. By going silver, you're going to earn over $300, okay? Now, the way we break that down is every elite or elite turbo, you're going to make $40 to $80 that you personally enroll. When you bring in your first two personals in the first week, the company is going to give you a $150 fast start. So they're going to pay you 75 now and 75 after those people's first month. So next month, basically, subscription. Okay. So you're going to earn over $300 after you bring in your first 3 team members and go silver. The next rank after that is gold, which is 12, just to give you a little like, what's the next rank? Now that includes you and your team. That's not personals, okay? So that gold. Now what's cool is daily residuals start at silver, okay? Daily pay residuals start at silver. So not only are you going to earn that 300, but you're going to start to unlock more bonuses, daily pay residuals as you grow and continue to go. One thing that's important to know, guys, and we want to create a culture around this as well, is letting people know, hey, when you go silver, I have to find that video. Let me put it on my to-do list. But
Oh, my neck
um,
hurts.
Which
when
video? Are you talking about the pay plan video?
no, like the token thing for the silver. So when you go silver, what the company does, the way that they waive the fees is that they deduct your next month commissions or fees from your commissions, okay? And they kind of put it in a placeholder. Here's why they do that. They do that because if for any month, let's say like in 2 or 3 months, whenever, that your one of you lose one of your active three, or you lose silver rank essentially, then your next month's paid for from that token. That way, in case you didn't have an active card on file or something, that way your membership stays active and you don't lose your positioning and all of your travel points, okay? All of your loyalty points essentially. So it's they don't deduct money from your card. So if you see that in your commissions, they're not charging your card. It's basically like subtracting from your earned commissions and putting it in like a little placeholder. Does that make sense? Oh, Helen, I can't hear you. It looks like you're talking though.
Is, can you not hear me at
Yeah,
all?
I can
Okay.
hear you now.
Is that forever? I mean, for as long as you're involved, or is there a point where that no longer applies?
Well,
Like the
it's just
rank?
like from what I believe, and we're working on getting like a video that formally explains it from corporate. From what I believe is that, and we'll find out here tomorrow, right? But like well, yeah, it has to just be one time. So like
Okay.
what they're doing, they're just kind of putting it in like a reserves, so that if for some reason like we hit silver day one, they took it out right away in a like a little reserves, and then let's just say in 6 months we lose one member, we lose, I don't know how this would happen, but right, it's like you have three, you go down to two, you're not silver. Now the next billing date they would pull from that reserves, that way
That
your
makes
account
sense. It
doesn't
makes
go
sense.
to.
I just, if you
Yeah.
did that every month, that would be a lot of money
Yeah,
in the
no, it's not every,
reserve.
yeah, no, it wouldn't be every month. It's
Okay.
just again kind of like a placeholder so that if you lose your active, then you're not like losing your account. And that gives you more another 30 days to also make sure that the company can contact you. That's why too, as you grow, if you see people that go inactive, like you want to personally reach out to make sure that they know, hey, like let's help you get your third, right? And or update your card too, because we don't want your card to go inactive because you're going to lose all your loyalty points. So but I just want to build a habit of like as people are running for that, that they know that's going to happen, so it's not a shock if like, oh, I hit silver, wait, oh my gosh, because that's what we thought. We're like, wait, are we being charged, what's happening? And so like Kellen said, totally makes sense, and that's just the way it operates, so it's just good to know. um let's see. So Joan, I think if that was the basics of the beginning part, if you want to go kind of into the make list and the things, inviting and do our little kind of session, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay.
I need some
So,
more caffeine, so
okay. All right. Sounds good. Thanks, Megan. Wait, am I on? Okay. Okay, guys. So, Tracy, you're laughing. You're like, there they are. Just the Dumb and Dumber up here at the top. Oh my gosh. We promise you guys, we are going to be building a kick-ass machine here.
we already are. That's why we're like loopy. We've
I
been
know.
behind the scenes building automations, working on
Oh.
comp plan strategy. We're like,
So, Megan, though, before you leave, actually, I'm going to pull up some things, but I would like just we'll get serious here a minute. Serious here for a minute, but I want to explain to you guys, or I want Megan to share with you, like kind of the vision for the next 90 days. So, you guys know we've got a handful of people from the team that are going to be in Vegas, including Tracy, this coming up weekend. Woo! This will be really, really exciting. And then Megan and I also behind the scenes are, you know, beginning to build out some different systems to support the team for, for growth. So Megan, do you want to share just a little bit like the next 90 days, what our focus is?
yeah. So, really, let me just start with the company. The next 90 days in general is we're starting to get loud. And after Vegas, it's going to get much louder. So, like, you definitely do not want to wait on anyone you want to share this with. Um, but we are building up, the army, right? You're going to build your kind of troops, right? If you think about that, we're going into the biggest season of the year in this industry, and everyone's going to want to be traveling. They're going to want to gift gifts, give traveling. They're going to want to be, they have extra money that they're going to want to be spending and thinking ahead of like, oh, how can I start traveling now or start vacationing? Really, you guys, We are a travel savings program. So we help people save for large vacations, right? Our life experiences are our hero product. Bundled with that, though, we have our travel platform that as a benefit, right? They can actually go and book hotels and things like that and use portion of their loyalty points, get the best prices, go book cruises. But I'm so excited for where the company is going with AI, especially like, Jen was talking a little bit extra the other night just about what's coming, all the things. I mean, this platform is going to make some serious noise. So, from next in October, the company convention is in Turkey, right? Because it's been international, but they'll be announcing soon, I believe, an event in January um, for us, a conference in January. So as a team, we'll be looking at that, going to that and making an experience around that, and then picking a trip that we want to take as a team next year. Whether we curate something special or we pick from one of the life experiences to go with other people from the company, and really start, building testimonies around the product. If you haven't already, find ways you can, even if it's just like a car rental and you're able to use 5 points or whatever it is, build some sort of testimony, right? That's exactly what we did our first week. We booked Vegas. It was 366 on the site, almost 700 on Expedia. Okay. So, and we were able to use 33 loyalty points. So massive savings already right there for us. So it doesn't matter big or small. We have a lot of testimonies you can use for social proof and use our stories as you're building your own, but building a story is going to be the thing. The other thing is I really want to encourage you guys, like I want you to think, like I have chills just thinking of this, like where do you want to be when it comes to January? Like you're on this call on a Saturday morning, maybe you're feeling like me a little loopy, right? Or like maybe you just fell out of bed. We can just maybe you just like have been on your classes and you're like, I'm still in my pajamas, right? I think all of us are. It's a lazy day. I love it. But we're on here for a reason because we're motivated to have more for our families. We're motivated to create a bigger life, right? And Tracy says diamond. I love it. You could put it in the chat. Where do you want to be in January? What does that look like for you? Tracy, can you come off and say your little slogan, please?
Yeah.
My what?
Your little slogan, I am diamond. I am
Oh,
that
oh,
thing.
my determined, delighted. I'm alive and I'm excited. I got nothing to lose and everything to gain. Watch out, world. I'm gonna make it rain. I'm counting on the sparkle that's deep inside of me to shine on other people who strive for victory. So I stand here tall, proud of what I've conquered. I'm a diamond, 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 and my name is Tracy Rogers.
Woo. God.
I like cried from that almost. I kind of have chills. I'm like, guys, what's about to happen is gonna be wild. It's gonna
Mhm.
be so wild. So you don't want to be sitting on your bum. You want to get into action. So where you will be in January will be determined by your next 90 days. I don't want you to make a decision to commit to today. I don't want you to commit to this week. I want you to commit to the next 90 days. I'm sorry. I just know the power of what happens on the other side of those 90 days. A lot of us here do. It's so powerful, but it's so easy to let life get in the way. It's hard. I just told my son, I was like, hey, I'm getting on a call. You can't be distracting me on here, right? Like, he's fine. He could go play Legos for an hour. He'll be fine. But it's hard to manage all the things. But what will come, the memories, the impact, the results, the residuals that will come are so powerful. But it won't be achieved unless you commit to the 90 days. Do not commit to today. Do not tell yourself and settle for less and say, I'm just going to see how this goes. You're selling yourself short. I'm telling you. And you're going to have moments where you feel down like, oh, it's no or whatnot, right? Now it with this in my experience, it's travel. It's fun. It's easy to talk about. But it's not so easy when you feel like maybe no one's pulling the trigger, but you just keep going and going and going, right? And so make that commitment to go silver this week. Let that be the beginning of your 90-day run. Let's start with silver and go for gold. Let's
Mhm.
look at how much money that you want to make, right? to create the result. I'll tell you just a future cast, right? The rank of Jade is 59 left, 59 right, about $7,000 a month. Okay, average. Okay.
And what everyone needs to realize too is, these numbers that we're sharing, remember, these are not just you. It's you and everybody else. And what starts happening is as we bring people in, we want to help them get their first 2 to 3 people to rank for silver, right? And then it just starts growing. And if we can keep in this momentum of my first goal is silver, right? And I can do that. My second goal then is gold. And we look at the long-term vision and the long-term goal, but then we break it down into small chunks. So we're working like on a weekly basis, so it's not overwhelming, right? Does that make sense, you guys? Okay. So if it were me, I want everybody to take a minute and get your claim, right? Write out your goal. Let's get down on your first goal of what you want to accomplish. And another thing, I always train this. You want to spend 15-20 minutes with yourself, allowing yourself the permission to ask for what you want and get it down on paper. Any time that I've ever reached a goal, it was because I knew what the goal was. It wasn't because I just arrived there. It was because I had a longer term goal and then broke it down into more bite-sized chunks. Sometimes, guys, it comes to, I need one more person, pretend, to get to silver, and I'm on, whatever, the last day for my goal, then I adjust maybe how many people I'm reaching out to, that type of thing. Does that make sense? So, um, yeah. And Tracy, I want to commend you as well because each step of the way, Tracy's had a daily goal, daily goal, daily goal, daily goal. And when we can commit to our, long-term vision, break it down to smaller and then into a daily goal, that's when we achieve. And I'm totally willing to help any of you guys, with word choices and everything. Now, how many of you drop a one in the comments and just so I know where we're at, or just tell me right now, how many of you guys have been able to do the modules 1 through 3 in schools, or our boards mimic schools, but how many people have done 1 through 3? Sharon, you've done that, right?
Yes, I've done it. Um,
Okay,
and then I'm working in school too. I was just approved that
okay,
one.
okay, good.
Uh,
So Helen, you have done that. Um, Tracy, you have done that. Cindy, I believe you have done that. Wait, I gotta make sure. Who is iPhone?
You need to get
I've done it. I don't know why that's. Oh, that's Sharon. Okay. Sharon, I'm naming you. Okay. All right. So, how are you guys doing confidence wise with your list and the initial reach outs?
I'll go.
Yeah.
Here's the deal, y'all.
Yeah.
And we're 4 away from gold. So let's all bring one person in before tomorrow.
Whoop.
Um, I still don't get it, but I get it. And I'm going on pure enthusiasm. And Rob Sperry says when he talks to his masterminds, he said enthusiasm, stories sell, facts tell. Enthusiasm will get you so much further than knowing all the things. And I know one of the things that why I sat on this for a while is because I didn't get it. I knew how to call somebody up and say, hey, have you heard of this dry nail polish? Or hey, have you heard of this vitamin? Or hey, have you heard of this skincare thing that's going to make you look 100 years younger? Like, but this, I didn't get it. And I was fearful of how to even go about it. But when I jumped in, because I trust Joan and Megan and some of these other leaders, I know that they're legit. I just went, I'm just jumping in. And so I'm still going on pure enthusiasm. Don't feel like you have to wait to know everything and you've got to explain it. I'm not explaining it. I mean, you guys all know that if I've reached out to you, you're on this call, I've said, look, I don't get it. Just get on the Zoom. Get on the Zoom, hear about it. How can you say no to something you've never, how can you say no to something you don't know anything about? Make an educated decision. I just don't want, I'd rather err on the side of you saying no than you coming back to me and saying, why didn't you tell me about this in the very beginning? And I'm going to share with you guys, like, with Color Street, and I was in pre-launch, we didn't, we hadn't even seen the product. And I know a lot of you were in Color Street. We hadn't even seen the product. We weren't allowed to post anything on Facebook. And if we did, we were terminated. So we had to either do it by a phone call, a Zoom, or in person. And honestly, that's how I'm doing it right now here because it's forcing me to pick up the phone or send a voice clip and totally make a real connection, not just post this wonderful reel on Facebook and kind of like post and pray. I'm not fishing here. I don't like to fish. I don't want to sit in a boat on a lake and sit out there for 10 hours throwing a freaking piece of string in with a hook on it and waiting for a fish to bite. I'll go to Anthony's and get fish and chips. So it's making me like literally reach out and make connections and not rely on Facebook. And I'm telling you guys, I still don't know how to explain it to people. I'm still just going on pure 100% enthusiasm, though I'm learning as I go and I'm more confident now than I was last week. But I just want to get this through you guys. Don't feel like you have to wait to know everything.
Yeah.
Because when Joan and Megan called me, they had just signed up. They were just pure enthusiasm, and that's what got my interest. So, um, your
Well,
job right now is to just get them on a Zoom or send them a video, something to pique their interest, but don't feel like you have to explain everything to them. And what I have found, even with nails, dry nail polish, is if I told them too much, it's like we vomit on them and so just get their interest and get them on and everybody else will do the rest. And I'm just going on pure faith and I'm going on pure vision, but I know that it's working. I know that it's working. So just make your list of people that either love to travel or, um, you know, have experience with network marketing and they love money. And this company is both. So I just want to share that. Please don't feel like you have to feel like you know everything because you don't, right, Joan? Right, Megan?
yeah.
You just don't.
Oh, you don't. But here's the other thing that I want to make sure that you guys know that we're offering as well is you can put us in three-way chats. Okay,
Mhm.
this is really effective. So, you're maybe saying something like, hey, I joined this travel company. I thought of you because whatever, I love working with you. You're somebody that I know that, may be open to making more money. You love community. So, think of how you might say that. And then, you know, in order for me to share a little bit more information and help you gain knowledge on what this opportunity is, I'm going to do two things. First, I'm going to share a video with you. Okay. So, Megan, do we have the two videos to share in the boards? I just want to make sure those two are there. The
Yeah.
online, I got to find them real quick.
Yeah, the presentations.
Yeah, I just want to make sure where everyone knows where these are. Let's see. Okay. So you guys, again, I'm just going to kind of baby step through this because I know it can be a little overwhelming. So see here, the presentations in the boards, or wait a minute, that might be, let's go here actually. Okay. So here's an overview with Megan. Here is just the membership overview. So this is just people that want to take advantage of the discounts and become a customer. And this is I believe this is the company overview, and then this one is one of Jen Perga. So if you know somebody that knows Megan, you may use Megan's, or they want more of a down home feel, Megan, right? If it's somebody that wants a little bit more of a company, this company one is an excellent one that converts. It also has, I believe at the bottom, you'll notice the compensation plan. So that might be, for somebody that is a little bit more business minded, they want a little bit more info. And then this, if you're selling the fact that, our team is directly, under Jen Perga, the number one person here in Washington, the number one person here that launched the US just 90 days ago, it's right here. So the goal, like Tracy said, guys, is to get people to watch a video and then set a follow-up time immediately. Don't just let this go. Oh, when you get time, watch the video. I just say, hey, I'm going to pop a video into the chat and let's see, like today's whatever, it's 9 a.m. in the morning. Notice my words, when do you think you'll have time to watch this? Do you have time now or do you have time later this afternoon? You tell me. So I put a little bit of urgency on it because why? Because I want to follow up and I want to ask them, tell me what is it that you loved about the video? What spoke to you about the video? Okay. And then they're going to give you, oh gosh, this was interesting. It's either maybe, can you tell me a little bit more? And then that would be where you'd say, you know what I'm going to do? I don't know it all. I'm just beginning. And so I'm going to pop you in a chat with my mentor, or you can say business partner. And then you pop us into a chat and introduce the person, hey, uh, Joan and Tracy, or whatever, Joan, Megan, Tracy, put us all in there. Hey, this is Cheryl. Cheryl is interested in knowing more about the comp plan, whatever. Cheryl's interested in blah, blah, blah. This is what really spoke to Cheryl. Cheryl's a mom, she's a wife, she works part-time. So give the chat a little bit of info about the person so we know how to speak to the person. And then let her go. But what you're going to notice is you'll want to tighten things up, like I said, with, okay, we're going to talk at, this afternoon at 4 o'clock. Treat it like a business, you guys. I know that some of you, have full-time other jobs, you have lives, you have stuff going on. So maximize your time as well so that you don't have to hang up with somebody going, are they watching the video today? Are they watching it tomorrow? Oh, I threw them over the video 2 days ago and I haven't heard anything from them. Okay, if that's the case, then I go back to Joan and I go, okay, oh, I forgot to maybe set an appointment or a follow-up time. So you want to be seen as somebody that is the asserter. You're somebody that's in action, you're in momentum. And remember that people appreciate that. They appreciate momentum. They appreciate knowing that you're right with them in step and you're on it. What people don't take serious is when we don't do that. And I've been there in both places, just so you guys know. I have. I mean, I'm not perfect. Sometimes I've shared something with someone and then I get a phone call and I'm like, oh my God, who was it that I just shared that with? Right? So it happens, but I'm just giving you some tips so that you can be more efficient and get more results and be effective. So you're going to lean on Tracy, Megan, and I to be able to explain. And then what I will tell you guys, what you'll learn in the chats and from the presentations is it'll keep getting ingrained in you. And after about 2 weeks, you'll be able to speak of it with confidence. Did you hear Tracy? She said, this week I'm able to understand and explain it a little bit better than I was last week. Does that make sense? All right.
So
So,
Joan,
yeah, Helen.
when would the live Zooms, where did they fall out in the in those three things, those things we were just talking about,
Yeah.
like we went to the other day?
Yeah. So here's the way that I see it. If you're talking to somebody in the early morning and it seems like, they've got some time today, have them watch the recording. If you're talking to somebody at 1 in the afternoon and we have a live Zoom at 5, then let's just get them to the live Zoom. So it's kind of like, can they make what's next live? That would always be the first and foremost. But I like to keep people in momentum and have them doing something in the in between, right? So, for example, right now, you guys, we've got a presentation in 15 minutes. You could right now message a handful of people and say, you could message 3, 4, 5 people and say, hey, you may want to pop on this live. It starts in 15 minutes. And here's the deal. Don't worry about the fact that you might think 15 minutes is not enough time. I want everybody to claim this, what I would call it, improved mindset. Let's not assume. We just put it out there and it's their choice. You're going to feel better about you if you invited, let's just say, one person or 4 people. And even if they all said no, what would you do next, Cheryl? Let's say they all said they can't make 10 a.m. What would be then the next best thing?
Sorry, I was muted, had to find the button.
That's okay.
Offer to at least share one of the videos, pop them in a chat, or give them the next Zoom time.
There you go. You guys see that? So it's like, let's say they can't make it. Let's say they don't have time to watch, vice versa. Let's say today they're traveling to Hawaii and they're on a plane. So they're going to let you know. You remember your word choices are, hey, let me know when can you watch it? All good. I just want to make sure that I follow up with you so that I can learn more about you, what's important to you, and what spoke to you in the video. So we point them to a tool to do the work for us. The next thing you point them to is a 3-way chat if they've got more questions. So it's always the tool and then a 3-way chat. Are you guys with me? Does that make sense? And you don't have to ask Megan and I to be, or Tracy, anybody here, when you begin doing 3-way chats, you don't have to ask people. You just put them in Messenger in a 3-way chat. And Megan, are we using the fire emoji? Okay, so this is another clue here. You can name the group with a fire emoji, just so we're all clear. Those are the chats, just in case things get lost in Messenger. Does that make sense? Okay. So really, this is what we're doing. I mean, we're not really going into much more than this. This is the simplicity of how you're going to invite people to take a closer look. That's all it is. All your job is, all my job is, Megan's, everyone's here, is to put it out there and invite people to take a closer look. But do your best. It's hard, I know. Don't prejudge. I don't know if they have enough time. I don't know if they like to travel. I know they work full time. I don't think they have money. Just leave it all to God. Leave it all to God. Give your brain a freaking rest and just know, like, I have these 10 people that I'm going to reach out to. And here's the thing, guys, you're going to hear no. I mean, I've probably heard no, and Tracy has heard no, no, then, 25 years of no's. It's okay. That's the goal. we want to sift and sort quickly who has interest so that we can give our energy to the next person that does, and there and so forth and so forth. Because remember, we're here to help people create more freedom, make more money, create a community, right? Build a beautiful, have the beautiful ability to be able to travel for less. Okay, Tracy.
Yeah, am I? Hang on.
Yes,
Yeah. I don't know how to get my hand off. Sorry, I'm not very
I
good.
did. No, we're all good.
Um, you guys, I just want to say Joan's right. Like, and I'm just going to use this as an example because what any of us did in the past has nothing to do with what we're doing right now, whether we were successful or not. But let me show you the power of the no's. This is the power of no. So when I was helping launch another company in 2017, I made a list of 110 people. I'd been out of the direct selling world for years. I was a merchant marine working on a ferry, and I didn't have any influence. I didn't have nothing. Nothing. But I made a list of 110 people and I called like 10 people a day. 20 people said yes. 100 people said no. And from those 20 people that said yes, we built a team of, and Joan and Megan were part of it, and Cheryl and Helen. We were, from those 20 people that said it, we built a team of 45,000 people. We were doing $12 million a month in team sales. In 5 years, I made over $6 million. That's the power of one yes. So keep that in the back of your mind, you guys. If I'd have gotten discouraged with the 100 no's, I wouldn't have had the 20 yeses. And who would have thought that 20 yeses could create that kind of an empire? So that's kind of my mindset right now. I'm expecting more no's than yeses, but I know if I get at least 20 yeses, I know the power of what that can be about. So don't be discouraged with a no. Shoot for 100 no's because you'll get 20 yeses. And that's where the power of everything comes in. So I just want to share that because, and I share that story a lot, but we've got to embrace the no's, quit taking it personal. It's not personal. And here's the thing, people will come back. 3 or 4 months after we launched, people came up and said, okay, I know you told me about this and I didn't do it, but I'm in. People will come back 3 or 4 months from now and they'll say, I know you called me and invited me and I said no, but I'm in. So a no isn't forever. It's just like at this very moment, I told Joan and Megan no for 3 weeks. Love you guys, but no. Love you, but no. Love you, but no. And here I am. So embrace the no's. Please don't take them personally. That's all I want to say. Like you don't understand the power of a no, because the power of a no will get you to the yes that they want to do something with it. And all it takes to, if somebody would have told me, hey, you get 20 people to say yes and you'll make over $1 million a year, I wouldn't have believed them. But that's how powerful the no's are, to find those 20 little yeses. Because those 20 little yeses turned into be well, y'all know what it turned in.
And, you guys, I just know that when I started in network marketing, I wanted the recipe, right? I wanted the recipe for success. And Tracy just shared a recipe, right? So, whatever you want, I do know this, that sometimes we undersell ourselves because we're afraid of failing. Let's not be afraid to fail. Let's make it about, I want to serve and help more people. And I have this incredible opportunity that can do that. I just don't know who those people are yet. But the way I'm going to find those people to serve and support and help is by putting it out there. All right. Okay, Helen, I know you had a question. Thanks.
Well, actually, I have, as we're talking about this, I actually have it on my desk. Some will, some won't. So what next?
I love it.
And don't take, all yes or no is an answer.
That's
If
right.
if we took it personal every time somebody in our life said yes or no, maybe, I don't know, personal, we'd all be wrecks. We'd all be sitting and curled up in a bundle in a corner, because would devastate us. And I'm not just talking about inside of this world. I'm talking about any answer for anything. If somebody says you're the worst, whatever, you know what? That's just their opinion. So that's when, if I learned nothing from network marketing, direct marketing, whatever you want to call what we're doing today, that's what I learned. It's just an answer.
Yep, that's right. That's right. So, and if anybody, if you guys get in these places, you got to reach out to me. Reach out to me because I specialize in helping people get out of fear. All right? But let's just agree for one thing right now. Let's agree that we're going to take this new opportunity and move forward, right? And if you are in fear, it's okay. Reach out to me individually. You don't have to raise your hand right here. Reach out to me and let me help you. All right. So, guys, right now our main goal is what? Who wants to go? Let's just go around the room. We've got a call in about 5 minutes. I hope that you guys stay so that you can get the info and it can get, continue to get ingrained in you and maybe you've got guests coming. But Helen, what is your goal for the next, let's just say week?
I actually wrote it down.
Yay.
Silver by September 20th. So that's a week.
Okay. All right. I love it. Okay, who's next?
I'll go next.
All right, Sharon.
Silver by the end of the week, by Sunday of next week.
Okay.
That would be the 21st.
Okay. Silver by 21st September. All
And
right.
gold, and mine is gold by tonight. We need gold by tonight.
Okay. Gold tonight. All right. And who else wants to go? Anybody else want to put it out there?
Cheryl said
I will.
silver before end of month. Cheryl typed in.
Okay, Cheryl. So where are we? Okay, Cheryl, you're going to put a silver by September 30th. Excellent. Okay. Holly, do you want to? It's up to you. I don't know. You don't have to, you guys, but if I,
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Because we're driving.
yeah.
Um, my goal is just to figure out all the boards and stuff, and then just start talking to people. And silver is definitely my goal too by the
Okay.
end of the month.
Okay. So silver. All right. The one thing I want to make sure everybody realizes, okay, listen up real quick, is look at your start date when you signed up because you have 2 weeks maximum to get two people if you want to
1
continue.
week, 7 days,
Uh, oh,
7 days.
yeah, okay. Sorry about that. 7 days from the day you signed up to get that first fast start bonus. So just look at it. It's just good to know. And all right, Cindy, anybody else want to lay it out there? And Holly, if you need help with the boards or something, reach out to me individually, okay?